So welcome to Challenge the Road. Here we are with the Vantage S, our 003 car. And I'm just really excited to bring you this video because I've got virtually all the parts I wanted for the car now, and this is going to be a really special build. So let's start with the front of the car. We'll try and do this half and you can see what I'm trying to do here. So let's just start with the bonnet. What we're going to do, we're either going to go for a black badge or a GB badge. We're going to, bit undecided. I quite like the black badge, but the car is quite a dark colour in the dark blue. So we're going to look at that. Next thing is the bonnet. We want to save weight on this car. So I've got a target for this weight to be the same as a GT8. So it needs to be 220 pounds lighter. At the moment, I think I'm going to be around 190, maybe a bit more. I've weighed a few bits today on the scales, but what we're going to do with Stuart's going to weigh the whole car when it arrives, and then we'll weigh it again at the end. Because I think that's the only way, because trying to do it with all the parts and bits, I think is not good enough. I think I'm going to weigh it at the start, weigh it at the end, and get the actual lightness and see if we can hit 220. I think we'll be very close. But going back to the bonnet, we went for a carbon bonnet from Ikose Ali, got in touch with him. Really pleased with this. This is a Vantage concept bonnet in carbon. So there's not many of these. We're just looking at how we're going to paint it because we're probably going to leave some of the exposed carbon. I think that'll look really nice. I know the other cars that have been done are all fully painted, but I think if we have these carbon sort of nostrils here, it'll look really smart. The other thing we've done, we've got a GT12 front grille, which I think fits really nice. And I'm probably going to try and maybe fit some lights behind it, but I'm not sure at the moment. I'm still working on that. It's work in progress. It's also nice having stuff that's not finished and we're working on and try to improve. Coming along to the wheels, we've signed a partnership with BBS. We're going to be the main supplier for Aston BBS Vantage rims. They've got a new range I absolutely love. I went and saw them last week. We're going to go probably for a 19 and a 20. So we have both combinations in like a bronze with a silver edging. The silver edging is to match in with here. So we're going to have them. We're going to have them on the stand at Goodwood Revival as well for you to look at. But that's another partnership we've signed and another supplier who really wants to work with us on these projects. So we're really excited about that. The other thing on the front is these vanes. They're going to go to carbon or maybe a gloss black. I've got carbon ones here, but we're going to see how it looks and see how that goes. Badges. I know we done the, JM done the video about stickers and that. They're all going to be hand painted now. Looking at in here on the light, having just CTR in here in bronze, very subtle CTR logo in that will look really nice on the car. So the next bit, we said about the wheels, but the brakes, I've been really looking at those. They're actually really good brakes at the moment. So really you should just change the pads. But there's things that annoy me on this car is the rusting and the way it looks in there, it doesn't look very pretty. So what I've done, I've gone for a Tarex brake. I really like the look of them. And then what I've done is put an anti-rust coating on them so they never rust. And it's one of the worst things, you wash the car or it gets wet, you look in there and you see all the rust down the disc. I've gone for the design that I like on here with the sort of wavy cuts in the groove, in the disc, which I really like, and the black there. The other thing is I probably won't need spacers because these new BBS rims are going to be custom for this car. So they're going to be made exactly to the requirements. And with the offset of the 20, I shouldn't need much of a spacer. So the spacers I've got here, I'm not sure I'm going to use going forward. The calipers, I may keep them red, I may change them to black, but we just need to see how it looks with the BBS rims on there. The other thing we've got is a little carbon vane here from the GT4 race car. That's going to go on the front because this is our key performance version. So the next key component is suspension, and I've gone for the best KW you can get. So adaptive, 3 different settings. We're going to put the button in the cigarette lighter. So you've got your soft, your sport and your race. Bump stops in here. If you've seen the last video, you've seen a bit on the suspension, but yeah, I'm really excited to get these on. We're going to use the top mounts that are there. I think if we polybushed it, it might be too stiff for the car. So yeah, I'm really excited to get these on. and obviously it's going to be awesome just being able to fiddle with the car with Stuart, get it the ride height exactly as I want, but also the suspension adjustability. It'll also be on a phone app, so you can change the suspension on your phone. But these are really lovely items for the car. So let's have a think about the interior. Now when I do it, I try and match it all in with the car. Now because it's got like a piano black, what I've done is done that piano black across the side seals and the interior parts, and Matt has done a great job spraying them so that they all go back in. But one of the key areas is this gear knob, and it's taken me a long time to find something, so I had a bit of help from a friend. We had the other one with the digital display, but that probably wasn't quite good enough. But these are Porsche 911 gear knobs, but we've had them bespoke made. So what I'm going to do, this is one to go in CTR 001, but I'm going to put maybe a black and red or a silver and red into this one. I think it's black and red we've ordered, so it would match in with the seats. But again, what we're trying to do with this car is complement it. We're not trying to turn it into a, you know, something that's like a boy racer's car. It's got to have a bit of menacing on the front with the bonnet, but it's still got to keep that classic Aston look. Seats wise, we know these are the best seats. We've done a lot with Race Room and Cobra, and these are the best seats. They're incredibly light. We've changed the design slightly. I wanted to go through here in case someone wanted to track the car, they could actually put the 4-point harness seat belts through. But again, they're incredibly light, save 60 pounds in weight over the original seats. Still heated. We've moved the logo down, put the logo on the front. The leather seems even better on this one. I don't know if they've updated it, but it seems fantastic. And on JM's review, he says these are the only seats for the Aston. So these are the ones we're going to get huge weight saving, but also incredibly comfortable. So we're looking forward to putting these in the interior. There's not too much else there on the interior. I think that's pretty much it, because the car has Apple CarPlay as standard, and it's got all the features of the S. So when we turn to the back of the car, there's not a huge amount I can do on the back. I think the diffuser on the S is okay, but I'd like to make a bespoke one. But I think for this build, I'm going to leave it as it is, work on the exhaust, get some extra power there, and obviously get some lightness. So I just weighed this Quicksilver exhaust. I think on their website it says 16.5 kilos, but actually it's coming out at 12.5 kilos. The secondary cats, that's what you replace on these. That gives about 16 horsepower, but again, more weight reduction. Black tips on the end. But what I wanted to show you was originally I put straight pipes on CTR1, and it was a bit too much. So this isn't going to weigh much more, but it's going to give me one, less sound. So it's going to be more, I'd say, not as boomy and quite as loud as it was. So this is a sport, this is the quietest one they do, because when you put the cats in, you're going to increase the noise. So I've gone with the sport version of Quicksilver with the secondary D-cats, and then the black pipes instead of silver on the back, and I think that'll fit in really nice. But again, I just can't wait to get all this together and on, and it's going to give us more power, save a lot on the weight. The back box is actually quite heavy. I think it's about 30 kilos. And this is 12.5, so you can see the weight saving there, sort of 40 pounds. But the back of the car, I'm going to keep the same. Maybe we're going to look at a bit of hand painting CTR, maybe on the petrol cap, and just on the back on the boot area, just a really classy painted CTR badge. So just to wrap up, I thought I'd show you some of the weight saving. So let's just weigh a normal battery here. And it is heavy. It is around 18 kilos. This is the lightweight battery from Deadweight Industries, provided by Valiant Ecosi, and it is hardly anything. So it's about 3.8 kilos. So we're looking at a huge reduction in weight. And when you feel this, oh, it just weighs nothing. This one, oh, it's like going to the gym. And that's the difference, and that gives us so much more power to weight ratio when you think that's just one item you can change. So yeah, I'm really excited by it. We're not going to respray this car. It's a fully PPF car. I really like the blue, so I wouldn't change it. I think these bronze wheels from BBS are going to be absolutely stunning. the way this car is going to sit and go, I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. And I know when I had the GT8, it wasn't the best driver's car, but I think I can make this absolutely top notch. And then it'll be for sale at Goodwood Revival, and you'll be able to see it there. So we're going to move this now. This is now going to our new sort of garage with Stuart, our workshop with all the other cars. He's going to start work on this, and we're hoping in the next 4 weeks we're going to be quite close. Then it's going to go over to JM. He done the first video on this car, and then he can do a review on how far we've come and the absolute performance of this car. I think he's going to absolutely love it. I can't wait to pass it over to him. So I hope you've enjoyed that. We'll try and give you more updates, especially on Instagram, and we'll probably do some shorts on YouTube. But yeah, this project is ready to go now. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We've got lots of cool content soon, so if you can hit that like button, it really helps us, and we'll see you soon.